Hey, hello, Paul Apollonia again, coming to you one more time again with another what I sold on eBay and a few announcements. Going to show you about 5 items I sold on eBay. Not most of these are not home runs. They're just items I sold. Some low end, some one or two pretty good. Real quick, the what used to be called the Raleigh eBay Ecom Meetup Group has been changed. Southwest Florida, Inglewood Meetup Group. I have lifted or I've removed the $5 charge to join the meetup. It is now free. We'll see how that goes. I'm just trying to build it back up again down here in Southwest Florida. It is a Zoom format. It is on Meetup. If you just type in, go to Google and just type in Meetup Southwest Florida, it'll show up, and you can sign up there. You can register there. Or if you are now this is Bevy through eBay. This is their own kind of meeting thing. You can go through there. I think you need to have an eBay account to get into this. But if you sign in to, if you put in eBay seller events into Google, I have to admit, I wasn't a big fan of this platform on eBay, but it's really got some great Google analytics, and when you type in eBay seller events, you get tons. You get all these within Google compared to you don't see most of the meetings in Meetup. But if you type in eBay seller events and then you sign in or whatever, if you're not signed in, you create an account. I think you have to be an I think you have an eBay account. You used to. I'm not quite sure about that. Um, but you go in here and you can register here too. They're all a Zoom format. If you register here, it's going to take you out to Zoom. And if you register on the Meetup, it'll take you out to Zoom. If you feel like I would really appreciate you making a small donation, if you would like, no pressure. It does take some time to create these, get guests and everything. It will be a Q&A. It is the second Thursday of the month, which will be coming up very shortly. It is the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. 2025, and Thursday is a couple days away, the 8th, from 3 p.m. to 5. It is not recorded, so please join in if you can. It's for all eBay sellers, new, old, not experienced, and other e-com sellers, but we really focus more on eBay. But come on in, check it out, see if you like it. It's a good group. I had it quite built up in Raleigh. I'm trying to build it back up here down here in Southwest Florida. All right, let's get to the show on the road here. Almost enough about me. There's my channel, 1,410 subscribers. Thank you so much, every single one of you guys and gals for subscribing and hanging in there over the years. Please don't forget, if you haven't, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. After you subscribe, don't forget to hover over that subscribe button. I can never say that right. And click the all, and you'll get all my great and lovely videos, mainly eBay videos, uh, mixed with some Chromebook videos, which I love Chromebooks, and some DIY stuff, just stuff I've done around the house and stuff like that. Please check out all the links below in the description. Some are affiliate links. I make not much off of them. These sponsors of my meetup are List Perfectly, which basically is a program where you load everything into List Perfectly and you can propel them out to different platforms, and your items are saved in List Perfectly no matter what membership you have. eBay, your items are not saved once they're sold. They're only there for, I think, 90 days. I forget, but they're not there forever. List Perfectly keeps your items in your they save your items indefinitely, no matter what your membership is, which is really nice because I've had that problem before where I had to go back and look at something and the item was gone. Um, I also have My Reseller Genie as a sponsor to Meetup. It's a tax program which works wonderfully with eBay, and they are both affiliate links. Like I said, I won't make much on those, but please check those out if you can. All right, so we got 5 items here, and I'll be giving you more stuff as we go along. Again, I will say I'll try and keep this short, but you know how I am. I've been selling on eBay for 20 plus years. I do a lot of training. I think I finally got myself settled down here in Florida, which we love. I'm just trying to get the business back to where it was when we were in Raleigh. Getting old and it's a little tough. All right, let's get this show on the road. So I'm going to try and tell you where I got it, what I made off of it. Some of these items are a little older. I might not be remembering what I exactly made. Like I said, some of the items are not much to pretty good. All right, let's go. First item is a vacuum cleaner part. What the heck? What are you doing with that? Well, I poured out a lot of stuff. Very quick, this story. We were at a coffee shop in downtown Inglewood, Florida, and there was a restaurant. They were clearing out some things, and there was a sign that said scrap, and there was a Dyson vacuum cleaner and a dishwasher. I ran back with the dog. I was walking the dog, and my wife was at the coffee shop. I said, "We're done. We're stopping," and I'm getting some stuff. I grabbed the Dyson vacuum cleaner, and I pulled out the racks of the dishwasher. I sold one of the racks of the dishwasher for close to $100 with shipping. Probably made about $55 on that. And I sold the canister off of this vacuum cleaner. Probably made about $40 on that, and sold other accessories. Probably made about $85 off everything. This was a small item, very quick to take off. Excuse me. It just snaps right off. I've been selling parts for what feels like forever. I wouldn't say I'm a master, but I've got it pretty much figured out on what to do and how to sell them. Very quickly, the title is I try and follow eBay's best practices, no special characters. I look up the item. I Googled the vacuum cleaner model number. Then I look at a parts breakdown, and then I get the part number. But I also look at other parts websites and make sure I got the right part number, and see if there's any cross references to part numbers. So it's a Dyson Vacuum DC07. I think it's also referred to as the Animal. There's a series models called the Animal, whatever. Um, and it also fits these different models. It's clear, obviously, and it's called a U-bend gray clip. That's exactly what it's called, and that's the part number. I also use a condition description always when I'm selling something other than new, to let people know may have some scratches. Just this is stuff I've had copied in a Google Doc that I copy and paste. My shipping is flat rate. I like to make a little bit of money on shipping. Uh, oh my gosh, my phone's picking up something. I like to make a little money on shipping, envelopes, my time. Did I make a lot of money on this? No, probably made about 50 cents maybe on this. What do I do if I lose money? I eat it on shipping. What if I do if I make a lot of money? If the buyer says something, I will give some money back, but it all comes and goes. So ship returns is 30 days, knock on wood. I don't have too many returns, which I'm thankful for. I think it's because I'm very descriptive with everything. Pictures are all done on my phone that was just talking to me. Samsung. It's an old Samsung S21 or something. I take pictures. What I do is I take the I look at the item. I look it up on the I look it up on eBay. Find a sell similar on my phone. Say okay, great. I think I can sell that. Um, and I excuse me. Take the pictures. Upload the pictures to the new listing I created from the Sell Similar, and I go on my computer and finish it from there because I'm just not a phone guy. Um, Item specifics are very important. These play a key role in your searches on the left-hand side of the screen on eBay. When you're typing in size, color, whatever, only use the ones that pertain to your item. If there was like collar width or whatever, or something referring to clothes, sometimes that happens. I would leave that blank. Don't put anything in there. No dashes, no NAs, no whatever. Just leave it blank. And I just try and fill out the best I can. If there were multiple part numbers, I would put them here in the MPN number, in the MPN slot, but there is not. And I always have this basically in there when I'm selling appliance parts. Not responsible for part not fitting. I also do, now it's going to make a liar out of me. at the, nope, I don't have it here either. I usually have a picture of the model tag. On the Dyson, it is in the rear of the vacuum cleaner. You don't really have to take anything off. I think you just tip it forward, and in the rear, you'll see it right underneath. You'll see the model tag, or is it behind the canister? It's either in one of those places. I always take a picture of that and show that, but I don't have it this time here. A lot of close-ups, a little crazy with the pictures. That's just me. They got it. I'm assuming they were happy. They got it a while ago, way back in February. All right, so probably what I make off of that, not much. But again, it was a free item. 2 seconds to take it off, clip it off, and that was it. Probably made about $15 on that, $14, which is great. I was happy with that. I used to sell everything and anything, and when I mean everything and anything, I mean like, and I've sold these before. Charger for the phone for $2 or $3. I try not to do that anymore. It's just not worth my time. But I don't tell people what to do and what not to do. French Connection. I had a heck of a run on Blu-rays. I do a lot of consignment. I meant to tell you at the beginning. Used to. I'm trying to build that up again. Consignment's great. It's not for everyone. I'm not here to turn you guys on to consignment or whatever. You do what you want to do. I like it. It's a way of getting free items. I charge a 50-50 split to almost to no matter what the cost is. I used to have a tiered system, 50-50 to 100, and then but I found that I was spending more time on items worth more than 100. If you give me a lot of stuff, we can talk about that split. And sometimes when you're doing consignment, people forget about you. They drop off the face of the earth. Unfortunately, I was doing consignment for this couple that was an extreme hoarders, I guess you would say, plural. Um, and unfortunately, I lost contact with them, and I found out that they both passed away last year. That happens, unfortunately. Sometimes people just say, "Don't worry about it. Just keep my stuff. Hey, I made enough money. Thank you for everything. Keep my stuff." Sometimes you just lose contact with people. Whatever. So if I was consigning this, it would be a 50-50 split. But these were, so I was lotting the DVDs up in like groups of 10, action, drama. And I mean, I was selling these things. I swear, I'd list them and I would sell them within 15 minutes. A lot of times you may think, gosh, I placed that too low. No, a lot of times people have something in their searches, and when you list it, they see it and then they buy it. So it's not always that you priced it too low. Most of these groups of DVDs, most of these groups of Blu-rays were going for between 24.99 all the way up to 50, $60 plus shipping. And I mean, the minute it was a Sunday, I'd list it, took the dog out for a walk, cha-ching. I'm like, what the heck? Came back with some more. Cha-ching. Couldn't believe it. This sold the day after, unfortunately, he passed away, Gene Hackman. Unfortunately, when someone passes away, their stuff tends to sell right away. This was sitting for a while, for probably about 2 weeks, but it did sell. Not for big bucks. $6.99. I think it went out media mail. I think I heard they're getting rid of media mail. The post office is getting rid of media mail. It's a savings, not drastically different compared to post office ground advantage, they call it. But I did sell these. I made probably $21, maybe $22 off of this. And again, if I did consignment, it'd be half of that. Would I have done these under consignment normally? No. But if you give me boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff, we can talk about it. If you give me some stuff that's over $100 and you throw in Blu-rays or something low end, I'll do that. But I really do not do consignment for low end items anymore. I used to. All right, next item. Who knows what it is? Another Blu-ray. And this is not another big dollar thing, just to show you what I sold. Some good dollar stuff, But you know what? This stuff sells. It was a quick sale. I think it sold within a couple days. This one. And I have boxes and boxes of CDs I got to get done too. Like bankers boxes of CDs. Like I said, this did sell. Didn't make a whole lot of money. Probably turned around and probably made about $8 off of this, $8.50 off of this. But again, it sold, slipped it right into an eBay little padded eBay envelope, a 7x6 envelope. And that was that. I don't go crazy with and I always say good. I don't say excellent. I always go one below what I think it is. Like if it's an excellent, I would say it's good. So I've had pretty good luck. Basically, it's the same thing I told you before. I think this information got pulled from eBay, from the UPC I put in, which was great. I pulled in more information. More information, item specifics, the better. It'll get better search results. I do everything on a white background. It used to be, it didn't matter many moons ago what your background was. Then eBay said, whoa, 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 we need white backgrounds. Google Shopping, almost every, eBay claims they do it every day, but I think it takes a day or two. They upload all their listings to Google Shopping, which gives you another avenue. Um, and they were saying white background, white background. Now it's back to, it doesn't matter what, oh no, then they went to your first picture has to be white background. Now they're saying it doesn't matter. I just do white background. I don't use any kind of AI or any kind of program to remove the background. I just put it on a white background. Honestly, this is on top of my washer machine. Hey, it works. The lighting's good in that room. It works for me. All right, I have no idea what's next. It's all crapshoot here. This was an item I got, and I still have the 3D printer. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'll probably just throw it up on eBay. I have no use for it. Someone's getting rid of all this stuff, all these 3D filaments. A huge, not a huge box, but probably a box with probably about 32 different spools, brand new, different colors of filaments. I looked them up. I kept them for a while, for about a year, and I thought, I'm going to get this printer going. And yeah, I never did. And the printer's still in my garage. I'm just going to put it on eBay as parts that need repair. Um, but listen, my door, so my dog was crashing into the door. But I did sell all those the filaments as a bundle. I didn't make that much on them. Probably made about $35 on them. They were older. I did sell black. Is this the black one? No, I sold the white box of this. Not much. Free shipping. I'm not a huge fan of free shipping. I tend to do it only if I see most of the items, most of the solds are free shipping. I will do it then. But so I didn't make that much off of this. I think it cost me probably about $6, $7 to ship this. Probably made in the end maybe $15. But again, I got it for free. It did stay in my store for a little while. It wasn't what they call a long tail sale, which means something is in your eBay store for months and months, a year, 2 years. I've had stuff in there forever, or in your eBay listings for that long. Um, Let me show you. Maybe there's some tricks here. Nope, same thing. You pulled information from the self similar, and I just left all this stuff in here. I have no idea what all this stuff was, but I just made sure it kind of matched everything, and it did. Uh, I wanted to make sure that people understood, bought, and never used, sealed, stored in climate controlled environment. As long as I had it, it was stored inside in climate controlled environment. I don't know how it was stored before. One more. All right, here's a cool item under consignment. I'm a ham radio operator, N3GCA, amateur radio operator. Not real super active, but I joined a club down here, and one of the gentlemen, we were talking, what do you do? Well, I'm retired. Everybody's retired down here. I must be the only one working. And he said, I'm retired. Now I got all this equipment. I don't know what to do with. I went, aha, I do consignment. I gave him my card. He thought about it for a week or two. We got together. He gave me a bunch of stuff. I've done very well with the stuff he's given me. I had no idea if this works or not. Excuse me. I probably could have gotten more for this. I think I took a best offer of $120 on this. Probably should have listed it for more, but again, I don't know if it works or not. I was very clear when I sell a lot of things that don't work. And I've only had one problem with something. person bought not this, another meter from the same guy that I had it posted, and it very clearly posted. Here, let me just show you down here real quick in the description. It's easy to read. You are buying similar, like it was another meter, but your meter, manual, and box. There is no manual in this. That's why I even said that. Wow. Hey, I'm real as real can be. He could have really gotten me on that because there was no manual with it. That was a copy and paste. Oops. Well, let's continue. And what? Okay, just ignore that line. Oh, geez. I have no way of testing it, which is true, because I have no idea really what it is. Some kind of a watt meter or something. Selling it as is. What you see is what you get. I'm sure it will need some tuning and etc. somewhere from use. Like I said, I've only had one problem with somebody, and that was a couple of months ago. Somebody bought it. They left me feedback, positive feedback, saying, "Oh, I'm so glad I got the meter from you. It's not working, but we're going to repair it, and we're going to get it going, and we're going to use it, and it's going to be a great addition to," I won't even give any hints at what it was, my repair company. Okay, great. A week later, he messaged me saying, "This isn't working. It's junk. It's not repairable." Well, that's what for parts or not working means. It's not working. It might need repair. It's not repairable. One tip I can give you is if you're selling anything for parts or not working, do not show it powered on. And if you are going to show it powered on, my gosh, make sure you have it in the description all over the place that it powers on, but that's all it does. You have no way of testing it. I suggest you don't show it powered on at all. But the guy was, so it was a mess. He was threatening me, and I should have just turned it over to eBay, but I did not. And I said, screw it. It was $40 plus shipping. I shouldn't have done it. I refunded him, gave him kind of a curt message back saying, here's your money. Good luck with everything. Have fun. Um, and I said again, I said, this is great. So you basically got the item for free. You knew what you were buying. He said thanks, and then 2 weeks later, I got it back in the mail. So he delivered, but he didn't have to. I relisted it, and I sold it within a day and a half without a problem. So I guess it all worked out. It's not the right way to go about it. Ask questions. Don't just buy something, and then, that was just, like I said, I only had that problem once. Well, believe it or not, that is it. We are done. You know about the meetup. I showed you some stuff. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll have more of these videos coming up in the very, very near future. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Steve with Rake and Profit. I'm here with Paul, and I just want to shoot a quick testimonial for him because he's been one of my good friends for over, 4 or 5 years now?
Yeah.
And if you're looking to learn about selling on eBay and you want to start a side hustle, or you just want to make some money flipping stuff on eBay, you're in great hands. Paul's been doing this for a long time. He's helped a ton of people, and I put my full faith and trust in him. So, Paul, I appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you so much.
You got it.